Next, I want to bring up Kate.
Already. You ready to go, Kate?
Let's welcome Kate to the stage. Now, David mentioned I'm a traveler. I'm also a scuba diver. So for the next 20 minutes, Kate and I are going to talk about scuba diving. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, so tell us a little bit about you and your lifestyle and what you like to do and how you ended up here.
So I was born and raised in China, and I got my undergraduate in accounting in Thailand. I moved to the U.S. in 2010. Actually, I started investing in single family in 2017, and I was my own GC, so I learned everything on my own. And in 2019, and in 2019,
but she did that over in China, so it was just a bunch of sticks and shit. That's a joke.
Hey, the Monopoly you can't play in China, okay? So you can play it here. Because you can't buy land in China.
Yeah, they steal it all back from you, the government. But that's the way it should be. America's going to do that soon, too.
Oh, I hope not.
Joke!
That's it, I'm out of here. Okay, ignore David and keep going, please.
So in 2019, I came to a case study in lifestyle, and just everything I heard was too good to be true. So I'm like, okay, sign me up. So I joined in 2000. I joined the last year.
Hold up.
Yeah, I joined the last year, and I invested into passive deal, to multifamily as a passive investor, and because when I was my own GC and invested in my own single family, I wasn't very successful. So I want to give it another try, and I want to follow the lifestyle model, and I want to see if it really works. So
you were your own GC before you got into lifestyle?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. And so friends recommended you to lifestyles?
Yes.
Okay. And when you came in 2010, did you speak English?
A little bit.
A little bit of English. Okay. So you started with somewhat of a disadvantage, but yet in 9 years you made this thing work.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody got any other excuses out there? Who was speaking English in 2010?
See Sorello's jokes.
Okay, so this is one of the houses you've had, and we didn't have the exact before and after pictures, but on the exterior, but bathroom pictures and your kitchen. So again, just like Eric, we find these properties that need help. That's how you buy them at the best prices, and we fix them up and we make them the best in the neighborhood. And also, don't think about these properties as what you're living in. These are not $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 properties. We want to fix them up to be the best in that neighborhood, and that's very easy to do. And you've seen 2 examples of that tonight. So let's look at your numbers. This is a $220,000 appraised value house. You bought it for $115,000. After rehab and closing costs, you ended up with a $35,000 equity capture, which is great. You only came out of pocket $18,000, which is lower in the Houston market than average, but this is a great opportunity. So you had a huge 192% return on equity. Your rent's $1,500 a month, $18,000 a year. Your cash flow is $278. So the cash flow is a little lower than normal, but your equity capture is a lot higher than normal.
That's right.
But even at that, you still end up with an 18% return on 18% cash on cash return.
Yep.
There you go.
That was.
And this is how excited an accountant gets.
Okay.
So when you made 192% return, that's a pretty good rate of return, right?
Yep.
I mean, even an accountant knows that, right? So what is the term when you make 192% return in the industry? What do we call that?
Being in pin's exciting.
Thank you. I just wanted her to say that. See, I got an accountant to say that. That's kind of cool. I love when I get the conservative person to say that. It's funny.
Okay.
Great job, Kate. We're proud.
Okay. And
Thank
so
you.
this is your second single family property. Yes. And so you've added $7,800 in cash flow and $48,000 to your net worth, to your equity capture. So very good on both of those. So let's talk about a little who's on your team. So I've worked with you. We've had quite a few conversations. You joined during the pandemic, right?
Right.
When everything was virtual. And so, Kate and I talked quite a bit of times on the phone. And we just had our big annual expo in Irving, the first week of September. And Kate walked up to me and introduced herself. And it's like, wow, I must have had a bunch of conversations with you, but now names on faces after all this time. And so. And you also work with Evelina. She's one of our outgoing mentors. She just retired from being a mentor to be a lead investor. And tell us about the rest of your team here.
So Jeff was the agent.
Jeff in the room.
Jeff is in the room.
Jeff, stand up.
Jeff.
Let him look him. He exists, see?
Yeah, so Jeff's on our realty team. Jeff's another superstar realtor. I saw Jennifer McCormick here earlier. Is Jennifer here? There's Jennifer. Stand up also, Jennifer. Jennifer is like Moon. Jennifer is in that top 10 or so consistently for several years now, in the top 10 out of the 45,000 agents in the Houston area. So these are the people that's going to find these properties and bring these properties to you. So they're going to become your best friends. So Jeff brought this property to you. Is that...
Yes. So actually, since I started before on my own, I had lots of contact information, the wholesaler contact information. So actually, Jeff sent out one deal. It was in Sunnyside. And I emailed Jeff, said, hey, Jeff, is this available? So Jeff sent me the information. And I don't know what happened. I was looking at too many deals and I forgot about it. And then a few days later, another wholesaler brought me a deal, so I went to see this house. And then I remember Jeff was sent out an email that was 2 houses down the street.
Oh.
But that was much cheaper. When Jeff sent out the sales price was like $20,000 less. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna send Jeff another email and say, hey, is this available?
So Jeff's was better than that one.
Right. So
Who
Jeff
likes that?
So I said, is this still available? So Jeff said, well, it's sold already, but we have another one coming up in a couple of days if you're interested. So I said, yeah, I'm interested. And I want to say, the power of build a team. That's how lifestyle teach.
Good, yeah.
So I really, I feel very lucky that I have a very good team and everybody helped me out so much. So I didn't really have to do so much work. And it was Jeff, it was the Hartman and Lender, and it was the GC. They were doing all the communications for me. So
Cool.
it was very helpful.
So you chose to stop being your own GC.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So we asked you, how did lifestyles change? How is lifestyles changing your life? Is probably a better way to put that. So tell us a little bit about what you're looking at doing and what the future holds for you.
So I would like to retire from my corporate job in 5 years or less.
Good job.
Okay.
And I would like to be a lead investor. That's my goal.
There
Excellent.
you go. You should, yeah.
Okay. So that's the next part, to become a lead investor and start your multifamily
I
investing.
think she's going to do that. I know she has all skill sets, accounting and everything.
Okay. We have any questions for Kate? David, we'll go to you first, so you don't have to ask the same question again.
Nicole said, I love her skirt. Where did she get it? For anybody that doesn't know, maybe you just know her first name. It's Lydia Strand, Little Jill Strand, whatever her name is. From Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Ask Kate. She
I
didn't.
just
like
wanted to say, so everybody knew, so she was embarrassed by everybody.
Ask Kate. She didn't like my shirt. I'm disappointed here.
No, but Haley said Sorrell is funny. He keeps up with David.
There you go.
Don't I wish? Any real questions for Kate? Got one over here. Your microphone coming to
I
you?
like one.
It's not on.
It takes a second to turn on.
There,
It's on. It's just blinking. Never
no, it's
mind.
not.
I'll give you a real microphone. Here, give me that one. Battery's dead.
David recommends getting 3 bids from contractors. How many do you get when you do a rehab?
I got 3.
Yes. 3. You do them at certain different times, or how hard is it to go out there and meet 3 contractors and all this stuff?
Oh, good question.
So, when Jeff showing the property, he had a GC there, and I found one on lifestyle vendor list. So I got 2 the same time, And then, I listened, I'm a good student. So I have to get another one. So I called another GC, went back the next day, and then give me another bid.
Yeah.
Correct.
Which is not
Because it was during the
always-
wholesale viewing
Yeah.
process. That's why. It's a little different on wholesale
Yeah.
deals.
Normally, you wouldn't do that if you're just bringing them in yourself.
I know he's like second guessing because he's been through my seminar, so you don't want to be rude and have them all there at the same time. But that's different with a wholesale deal.
Yeah.
So.
Any other questions for Kate?
Those are great questions. Good. All right.
Okay, well, got one over here.
One over here.
Oh, Keenan, sorry, you can't ask any questions.
On the second closing from the hard money to the conventional, do you know how much it was for the closing?
Did you have to pay more money at the second closing?
No, actually, I got $2,000 back.
Okay. Okay, good, good. That's good.
Now, if you've been to my seminar, I show you how to run the numbers. On a rate and term refinance, you're allowed up to $2,500 extra back in that situation. She did just that.
Got two right here. Well, last two questions for us.
Is she able to use the lifestyle vendors on her original property?
What's the original property? Which one do you mean?
I thought she bought the original property. She was not a member of lifestyle.
Well, she wasn't. I mean, the vendors work outside with outside people too. You can use them on whatever property you want. Yes, absolutely. The vendor doesn't care. They'll work on whoever's. So.
I look at this, the home, the before shots, this one and the previous one. Who comes up with the design as far as is there someone to help you decide, okay, this goes here and this goes there?
We don't, this isn't, you ever watch those channels on HGTV, like flip this house, they move out this wall and they move this bathroom over there? Block that shit. You can't watch that no more. Clean and functional. This is where the bathroom is, that's where the bathroom stays. We just make it nice.
Yeah.
Well, all we're doing is, all this is here's the kitchen. It's the exact same kitchen, same vanity, same everything. We're just putting new stuff in. So you're going to come up with what's called a scope of work. I talk about that in the seminar, how to do a scope of work, and then all you do is follow that model.
And we'll show you how to do that.
Yep.
Basically, you can look at all the other comps. Who's your rental competition when your house is done? You want to look as good and slightly better than your competition. That's best product, best price.
So what he's saying is if it's a Formica neighborhood, you only need Formica. If it's a granite neighborhood, this one might have been a granite neighborhood that had Formica before. They had to upgrade to get the comps to raise it to that $200,000. So that's what they do. But the mentor can help you with that to make sure you know how to do it the right way.
Absolutely.
Great question, though.
All right, thank you, Kate. Thanks for being here
Yeah.
tonight. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.